array reference of year, month, day, and so on. And then query to say everything in where year is 2010, month is August, but we don't care about the day. Then briefly mentioned, following the nap, there's also a reduce, which if you've sort of read any of Google's papers about this sort of algorithm, a reduce basically takes the list of outputs, reduces it down to a single value. So if you want to do a count or a sum, something like that, that's a reduce. So I'm showing an example here of a simple view written in JavaScript. So it's always a function that takes a document as its single argument. First thing we're doing is looking at the fields in that document to say, does this particular document have the information that I want, that I care about? If not, we don't go to the next one. This is something that's good practice to do because within CouchDB, if views are constantly trying to access data that doesn't exist, CouchDB will consider the view to be broken and it will disable it. So you always need to do these checks. So we just say if the document has a type and the type is message, then emit key value pairs, one key value pair for every person in the to list, which is an array. So to create these views, you can either use the GUI or you can use the API. One thing that I've found to be quite useful is to build within Perl a set of procedures that sort of take a blank database and configure it with all of the views I want to use, table names, sample data, and so on. So you've got that in those definitions within your Perl code and in your Perl source repository. So if you need to build a new copy of the database for testing, just run the script. It's very simple. So then, now we've got the view, we can query it. So using the CouchDB client, new database with the database name as before, retrieve the design documents, which is where your view is stored. Then we just call the query view method with the name of our query, and we say that we want the key to be exactly a value. If it fails, again, this will die, so put this in a try catch block is a good idea. Run the script.
Fails means something goes wrong rather than it returns no results?
That's correct, yes. Yep. Yes, if the query returns no results, then you will get an empty data structure to tell you that there are no results. The type of conditions that will cause an actual failure is things like your query view doesn't exist, or the database is down, or the URL is wrong. They're all fatal errors. So running the query returns us a data structure. We can see how many rows are in the view, how many rows that match our query, and that there's various other pieces of metadata that have been added in later CouchDB versions. The key thing is rows, which gives us an array reference of all of the key value pairs, so we can see the key, the value, and it also gives us the document ID for the documents that cause that key value pair to be emitted. So if we then later want to go back and retrieve the document directly to have the full information, we've got the ID, so we can do that quite easily. So to summarise, it's been a bit of a sort of whirlwind tour. There's a lot more to CouchDB that I can possibly get in a 20-minute talk. But the key points, it's a very, very different mindset to how you would use a traditional SQL database, but it's also very, very useful for certain problems. It's very powerful because it is a lot more low level. You need to probably do a lot more work in your Perl code compared to if you were used to just using VBI as a class. But having that low level access gives you a you a lot of flexibility, especially when it comes to things like clustering, scalability, replication, and so on. One thing in the features that I will just quickly mention, there is a thing called Changes API in Couch, which is querying a view but live. So when you query a view, you can essentially hold the HTTP connection open, and CouchDB will push to you in real time any new documents that match that query criteria. So if you were building something, like a Twitter type of application, or where you want to notify users of errors instantly in a GUI application or something like that, as soon as an insert happens and it runs through the map and matches your query, you will get that document pushed to you in real time, very, very fast. I've just been told it's now time to finish. So on that note, I'll just say, if you're interested in finding out more, the CouchDB book that's, I believe it's published by O'Reilly, it's actually also available on couchdb.org. The complete text of that book, so you can go and read it and find everything out for yourself. So thank you very much for listening, and are there any questions? Yes?
It sounds like it is only fast if I know in advance what I'm looking for. Is this right? Is this correct? I need to know in advance to create a view if I know what key in the data structure to look for, and then I create a view. And I need to know that in advance. Then it is fast.
Well, the data that you're putting into the database, you know what's going in terms of the structure. So if you were doing a messaging application, you know in advance that everything that you put in your own code is going to have the to field, from field, the message field, as an example.
If it has thousands of different keys in it that I might be looking later for?
That does not affect speed, because when it's going through the query, it's only looking at specific fields that you're interested in, and it's caching all the results in a B-tree data structure. So no, that doesn't really. Say if you had one database and you used it for messaging, but you were also using the same database for a wiki, which pages with a URL and a content field. So the fact that you've got two completely different sorts of data, that doesn't affect speed. Because looking back at the view, our first statement here is if the document contains what we're looking for. Well, that if statement is very, very quick to run through. So the database will just ignore stuff that isn't relevant to that view. So no, the answer is it doesn't affect speed.
But if this is the view, and if I create a new view that has a new field, except not type, not tool, not text, but foobar.
Yeah.
If this foobar is new, then it is slow again.
No.
When I first introduced this looking for foobar.
No, because the database will run the view. Obviously, the very first time the view is run, it does have to go through every single document and check that. But an if statement is a quick operation. The second time, then the database knows that that view is only relevant to documents that contain that field. So again, the answer is it does not affect speed. It still remains very fast. Yep.
Well, I would think that it affects insertion speed. I mean, if you have like thousands of views, when inserting a new version of a document, it has to run this JavaScript code for, not this, but the JavaScript code for every view. So if you have really many views, insertion gets somewhat.
It depends if the view running is synchronous with the inserts.
Okay,
I haven't looked at the source code, but I would imagine.
Yes, if you can run them asynchronously.
I would imagine that knowing some parts about how the internals work, that the view running is asynchronous, so an insert is still fast operation. But
finding it afterwards can be taken
But to be honest, on modern hardware, you're only going to hit that when you're into very high numbers of terabytes of storage. Yeah.
In your examples, how does your client know to which CouchDB instance to connect to?
From the URL. Yeah, I'm skipping that over. Here we go. Right. When you call CouchDB client new, pass it a URI, and that's the URI of your actual database server. If you don't specify anything in the call to new, it will default to localhost on port 5984. But obviously in a production system, you would always put that URI field in for every call to new, just with the IP address of your database. Then once you are accessing one server can hold multiple databases, and that's here where we call new DB. We give that a name. That's the individual database that we want to talk to.
Do you have any idea of the memory footprint of a server for, so let's say, 100 gig of data?
No. Sorry.
CouchDB replicates, doesn't it?
Yes.
Can any server answer any request? Or do you need to know? Do you need to list all of the servers in the new call?
I believe any server can answer any request, and that the replication is bidirectional.
So it uses the Erlang replication.
It's the replication. Everything happens over HTTP. So the replication interface is again two databases talking to each other over an always-on HTTP channel.
Okay, so not using Erlang to sort of spread across to different hardware. Because Erlang's got that built in as well.
Yeah, no, it's not using Erlang. It's all over the CouchDB API.
Okay.
This bidirectional, what would happen if two clients change the same record simultaneously in this console?
Yeah, this is what the revision ID is for. So as soon as the process of updating the record is you first of all retrieve the record, and one of the standard fields here is the rev. So revision here is the string there. When you then come to update that record, in your call to update documents, you pass the ID and the revision and your new data structure. If the revision that you're trying to update doesn't match the current revision in the database.
Which database? If you have asynchronous replication, you might have different revision IDs or pointing to different.
Yeah, depending how quickly your replication works, then yes, that is a potential issue.
Well,
I think there are some workarounds for it, but to be honest, I've not been in-depthly involved with deploying this to multiple servers simultaneously, so I would have to refer to the documentation.
I would say in general, this is akin to master-master application of MySQL, and we found that to be a world of pain.
What is it safe with like master-to-master?
If you were structuring this, if your database is primarily reads, then you have one server that you write to, multiple copies that you read from.
But that's easy to do with traditional SQL-based databases. Now, if you could get the benefit of read-write replication, bidirectional, that and which can handle in a safe manner such kinds of issues. I'm just thinking how good with CouchDB would be better. But that then.
I mean, what I would suggest is if you go to books.couchdb.org,